welcome to another episode of Mikey's World. You're now tuned in. Now for this episode, I'm going to be doing something different for you guys today. I'm going to be showing y'all a Pro Tools tutorial. So for all you beginning artists, every artist that, you kind of don't want to pay all the time to go to the recording studio, you got your own laptop, you got your own equipment, you got your mic set up, you got everything set up. All you need to know is how to work it. Now that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. I might just show y'all just the basics of some of my techniques and how I record if I was recording a session. So, with that being said, you're now tuned into Mikey's World. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's get into it. Alright. Now as you can see, I didn't start anything. Nothing is started. What you want to do first is say if you have a little interface or anything like this, like right here I'm using my UAD, so you want to turn this guy on first because it's going to react to the sound in the Pro Tools. So before you even turn on Pro Tools, turn your interface on, whichever interface you may have, and let me turn my speakers on because I want to make sure y'all hear what I'm doing. Alright, now once that's all clicked and turned on right there, then you won't wait till you get your little messages. It's going to show you, or I might have already, mine might have already pulled up and it already recognized it. So now when that recognizing signal comes up, you'll know once you get this. If you have a UAD, you'll know what message I'm talking about. But right now, you want to start your Pro Tools session. Make sure y'all getting a good view of this. Your eye lock is going to recognize first, and then this page is going to show up. Now once again, if you have Pro Tools subscriptions, it's going to do the same thing because that's what I have. Or if you have the CD, it's pretty much the same way because I've basically been doing Pro Tools or been working with Pro Tools since 2009, 2010. So now when you get to this page, let me get a little bit closer. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna want to make sure everything is set at the right settings. So as you see right here, it says file type. You want to leave that at wave. You always want to leave it at a wave. Right under that, it's gonna say bit depth. You want to leave that at 16-bit. Your sample rate, you always want to leave that at 44.1 kilohertz. I always want to leave that there, and then right up under that, you're gonna have to do this for every new track or every new track that you record. You want to put your I/O settings always at stereo mix, because it's a stereo mix. You want to make sure all your sounds is correct, and then interleave, you could leave interleaved alone. You're not gonna worry about that until you go into bouncing the track down. Now, the next one is where your location is, wherever you're saving it at. Me, I got mine pointing to my Soul&Gutta hard drive, so it's gonna save right there. And let's say I'm starting a new track, so you're just gonna place that name in here, minding business. All right, and then you're gonna hit create, and then this screen is gonna pop up. Once this screen pops up, you're all set. You're ready to go, basically. But first, you wanna do your tracks. But first, you wanna lay your beat down in there first, cause your beat, you want that to be your prominent track. So, me, I like to deal with command keys, or you can go up to file. Once you go up to file, that screen is gonna pop up, and then you're gonna go to the track settings. You can go new track, or if you like to do what I like to do, I like to deal with the quick keys or the command keys. So I like to push shift command in. That's for new tracks. If you're trying to set up new tracks or like the ones you're gonna be recording on. Right now I want to place the beat that I'm gonna be using in here. So basically I'm gonna go do those same two first commands, shift command, and then I'm gonna click I. And this is gonna pop up when you click command I. Now at the top of the screen, it's gonna say import audio. Not sure if you guys can see that. All right, there you go. import audio, right? Now, this beat I made is one of my MPC beats, so go to that file. I have a lot of beats in here. And basically what you want to do is once you click on the file, it's going to show up in this screen. It's going to highlight convert. That's the one you want to do. Just go ahead and convert. It's going to convert it into a WAV file that can be placed into your session. Well, in this case, I have an MP3. This is an MP3. I didn't bounce it down to WAV. So, and then mind you, WAV is the best quality sound when you're dealing with music. Anything music is WAV is the best quality sound. Anytime you're placing it, or if you're getting your music distributed through any of these websites, the distribution companies, they're gonna want you to deal with waves. If you want to know how to change MP3s into waves, I can also make a video about that. Just leave that in my comments. I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. And basically, you want to hit convert, and then once it's converted over to that screen right here, you want to push done. And then it's gonna ask you if you want to your destination for that file. You're gonna do it with the audio files. It's automatically to that track audio file, so it's already in the same folder. And you make sure it's under a new track. This beat is small because I wrote a little verse to it, so you know it's gonna be like that. So once that's in there, you're all set. Everything else is cool. You leave that level like how it is, unless you feel like tweaking. But I don't want to do or say too much that'll knock you off. So next thing you want to do is we're gonna go back to that Shift Command N. That's gonna bring that guy back up. Once you see this bar, make sure this is mono. Any track that you record your vocals in, it has to be mono soon as you create that track. So me, I like to deal with like 7 tracks. So I will go ahead and push my arrow button right in on your keyboard. You have the arrows. You're gonna push arrow up. That's already highlighted right there. If you have that Pro Tools, if not, then you can go ahead and click on that box. Actually key in that 7 or however many tracks that you need, and you'll be able to make those tracks. You want to leave it at audio track. Samples is fine, and make sure that says audio. That's fine. Only thing that name is if you wanted to name all your tracks. Like say if you got like me, like you gonna put I'm on a track with you. Whatever your name is, you can put that. That's gonna be your vocals. And then when I make my tracks, I can put my name there. There you go. That's my vocals. Separate them. If you want to get real technical like that, that's basically what that is. But let me keep going. So you're gonna create those tracks, and they're gonna populate. Then next, how I navigate through the edit window and this window is I push Command and equal sign. That's gonna take you to this window. This is called your mix window. Now in your mix window, you have all your tracks laid out from the top to the bottom. This is gonna be my instrumental track right here. Now the instrumental track is just for the beat. You can control that level by itself. You don't need to touch any of these unless you have a real crazy sounding beat and you're gonna do some mixing. But that's on another level. That's the mixing side of this. So now this side is when you're getting ready to record. What I like to do is I like to make sure all of my audio tracks are the same IO. That top bar right there. I want to make sure all of those on the same IO, so all the signal is being sent to your interface. Whatever interface you're recording in, you want to make sure all of those is going to that same interface, so you have no problems. Because sometimes you'll get up and you start working on this thing. Once you're working on it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm about to record. Next thing you know, you don't hear no sound and you think you didn't do something right. But honestly, it's most likely gonna be either this or it's a buffering issue. Most likely is always the issue. Now next is one important step. It's kind of a technical step. This is a more of an advanced type of thing, but you always want to use a master fader. In my case, I always like to use a master fader. So next thing you want to do is you want to go back to that Shift Command N, and right here you want to just leave it at 1. Then you're gonna hold down Command only, and you're gonna go back to those arrows and click right. That's gonna make that first line right there turn from mono to stereo. And you always want your master to be the stereo, because that's your master fader. It's going to control everything. You don't want it just to be in one lane. You want it to be in all lanes, because it's controlling all your vocals and the whole beat itself. So now you can leave that also at samples. You can also go and transform it like this. You don't have to always use the quick keys. And then if you're going to use the quick keys, you want to go command and then shift down again. It's going to go through all of them. You got your aux input, which is a technical. I'm not going to go that far. You can leave it in the comments if you want me to explain about the aux inputs and everything like that. I'll do that for you. But right now we're talking about the master fader, which is right there. Now the master fader is going to show up. Once that shows up, you're all set. You're just going to hit enter, or you can push create. I like to hit enter. I'm a real keyboard kind of guy when I'm dealing with Pro Tools. So alright, now you have all your tracks set up, and on the master fader, this next step that I'm going to show you guys is really something that I like to do once I'm recording. And the reason why I like to do this once I'm recording is because I like when I put my headphones on, I like how crisp the sound is and everything like that. But let's get right into it. I'm gonna go to my plugins, and you want to always use on your master fader the stereo plugins. You never want to use like the multi-channel plugins, not the mono plugins, because that's controlling your entire track, the sound of it. Now I go to sound field, no other, and then you want to go to master meter. This is a trick, and this is an advanced trick. This is not really a basic. It's just something that I do personally, and I would like to show you guys. So when you're getting started, you're not just you don't want to come out sounding all like wow when you first start. So on each track, I like to put compressor and EQ. So once again, on your tracks, on your individual tracks, every compressor, EQ, you want to leave them mono, as like the track is. Only time you're going to take it into stereo is say if you're putting deverb, reverb, or any type of like if you're sending anything to the track, and you're going to have that one thing on that track. Me, if I'm going to have it up here, those are your main sends, well, your main inserts that's on that track, so it's going to use a lot of power. So I don't want to go any far, because that's when the aux comes in. So I'm going to just stop right there, and we're going to just use the compressor and the EQ. Compressor I like to use is the compressor limiter. It's a very good compressor. It brings everything out of the vocal, and then I take it right to the vocal comp. Leave it just like that. Then I like to use the EQ 3.7. I like to use that one, and then I go to the factory default settings, and I take it to the vocals, and I go to reduced pulses. The reason I like to do that is because it always creates a clean and crisp sound. Well, I've seen that with my vocals, and I've been playing with my vocals well, I'm not playing with them, but I've just been doing vocals for a long time. And then basically what you see me doing right now is I'm copying and pasting, and if you hit the option, hold down option, and you click your mouse or whatever your mouse pad, if you got a laptop, and you just drag it to the right while holding the option button, and it's going to populate on every track while you're dragging it over. That way you don't constantly have to do that over and over every time you're recording. It's just automatically there. And you're going to raise your level on the first track. Make sure that level is up. And now, basically want to play it out the speakers. Make sure everything is all crisp. Alright. Everything is sounding good. I gotta see the bass. Alright. Yeah, I'm getting real hip hop on this one, so you guys can I'm gonna let y'all watch me record this right quick, so y'all know how it all goes, and I'm gonna also bounce down too. So after we get done with that, and you back to this screen, once again, that's that command equal sign. How you get back to this screen, you're gonna push this red button right there. Now, hey, hello. Now you see how my vocals are already coming out of the thing. I got the mic right next to me, and it's right next to me, so if you hear me talking, you can automatically see my vocals already coming up. It's already clicking. It's ready for me to record right now. But there's another step you want to do before you actually record. Because right now, if you're just playing the beat, you're not recording. It stops. You know what I'm saying? You're just in standby mode, basically, what this is. Now, when you're ready to record, let me get y'all back, because I want to make sure y'all see me record. Alright. Alright. Now, when you get ready to record, basically what you want to do is, you want to make sure that, like I said before, you want to make sure that it's hitting record. Make sure this track is on red. And then there's another red button right over here next to the play button. You want to make sure that's already clicked. Now I had some vocals there, but I just erased them. Here's my lyrics. I write my lyrics down in my phone whenever I'm rapping, or if I'm freestyling. You know, obviously you just go off the top and you do what you do. Now this is basically how I do what I do, and I'm also show you how to bounce the song down. Whenever you want to start from the top, just hit that enter button all the way instead of having to click it. But, you know, let's get to it. This is literally how it worked. Like, if you seen me drop anything, this is how I did it. Look, I'm set apart, can't catch me off, I hit a different mark. I just really boss, this is me of course, hit and squeeze the cost. Think intriguing thoughts, you bitches speaking wrong. Sing a different song or leave the beats alone. I'm just walking home, I don't do this loosely. It screamed to me like babies or a shot from a 380. You couldn't AI shake me, you ain't got no foundation. Look, ground shaky, my flow earthquaking. It sound like I should have been a part of Freddie and Jason, Fab and Jada edition. I need a bigger commission, been on the mission. We ain't fishing, we in moving position, clearing out the division. I'm just minding my business. That's literally how you do it. That's literally what you would do if you were recording. Get your vocals down. While they down, you know what I'm saying? If you got the new Pro Tools, you lift up the track like that. Boom. And then play it out loud. See how you like it. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. If you seen me drop anything, that's how I did it. I'm gonna erase that. Look, I'm set apart, can't catch me off. I hit a different mark. I just really boss. This is me, of course. Hit and squeeze the cost. Think intriguing thoughts, you bitches speaking wrong. Sing a different song or leave the beats alone. I'm just walking home. I like that, but I feel like I can get that more aggression. But right now, I'm just showing y'all tutorial, whatever. You know, Pro Tools tutorial. And this is basically how I get down. Now, when you're ready to bounce, basically what you want to do is, say this song is done. Basically, you want to hit Option Command B. And then right when you get to this screen right here, make sure that top file type, it says wave. Make sure the next level says file, this one is going to say file format. Now make sure that says interleave. Only interleave, not mono. Bit depth, same thing as beginning when you started the track. You're going to leave that at 16-bit. Your sample rate is going to be at 44.1 kilohertz. You're going to leave that like that. These three I never really use. The older Pro Tools used to have this right here and it'll automatically do it, or you had the option to not to do it. So that's pretty much it. And you're going to click bounce. Bounce it down, and then you're all set. All you gotta do is go find that file in whatever folder that you put it in. Once you find that file, throw it in the iTunes, and you're all set.